we are back to the second half. Sorry for the delay. Mason 4, Talawanda Braves 0. Right now I have a special guest co-broadcast for me. That's Kevin Wren, one of the senior captain. Hey Kevin, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Fantastic. Well, surprise. They're broadcasting. I have Luke, who is one of our broadcaster for tonight.
Yeah, he was getting some concessions. He was getting some concessions, so I had to fill in for him. As Shannon gets the ball, hits it near post, the goalie makes a great save. Lucas, I could get used to this.
But you can't. I'm used to commentating your goals. Okay, and you'll probably score a couple this Saturday against Talawanda.
Hopefully. Talawanda is a solid team. They should beat Western Brown on Tuesday. Jada comes in. Draws a corner. Lucas, I'm pretty good at this.
You are. As score is taken short, here's Maddie Baird. They have a shot of her own. It deflects and then headed up by, I think that was Shannon Krogan.
It is. Shannon already has one in the night. Previous top goal scorer for Mason Comets.
As Mason's high press will try and win it back. The attacking end as Curl does well there initially, then cleared away for a common throw-in. As Maine will cross this one, Curl can't bring it down cleanly, and she'll be offsides. As Talawanda trying to play out their own end, but Tori Hopton able to intercept, and Sarah Beckett will come off her line.
This half has been predominantly dominated by Mason. Continuing off where they left off. Shannon gets a shot in. Ooh. Keeper makes a great save once again. It'll be a Mason corner.
And Shannon Crooken really good to cut it on her right foot. And the keeper once again made a really good save. So Comets will have either fifth or sixth corner kick of the night.
Yeah. They're looking to go short with Cyril's telling the girl to move back. He's got 10 yards.
She was like, give me my 10 yards.
Yeah. That 10 yards is actually marked with that yellow hash mark. So
that's a good goal.
Right. Out for a Talawanda throw.
As Talawanda have a throw deep in their own, haven't been able to kind of string any passes together from their back into their midfield. Play out of the back end has been mostly dominated by Mason in the first half and now in the second. As once again they turn it over. That's Janie Davies bursting forward. Nice little move there, able to find Krogan out on this left wing. And a good cross. And Talawanda will clear.
There, through the Krogan, once again, looks to open up, hits the back post, and barely misses. Mason has had a lot of great opportunities this half, mainly created from themselves. Krogan's had a good opportunity, a couple of good opportunities crossing in with her left and right. I am friends with her, so I know she is ambidextrous with her feet.
Once again, Talawanda can't build out of their own end, but Mason once again will be looking for that fifth goal. And that ball goes through their whole midfield.
you were low key because you were standing down there. I was like, what did you show me?
And it looks like we'll be having a commentator substitution here as Kevin Rowe exit for my partner, Luke Thomas. Luke, welcome back, man.
Welcome, thank you.
You know, Kevin actually did a really good job, not going to lie.
You suck at commentating.
As here's Baird. Baird will release a shot that takes a deflection, and that's the 5th goal for the Comets as Maddie Baird gets her 2nd goal of the night, 5-0 Mason.
Mason Comets goal number 12. Maddie Baird.
Maddie Baird took that shot, that took his deflection.
They scored. You gotta say something. Yeah.
And Mason able to get that 5th goal finally. Took him a little bit.
Hold on, wait, let me do this. I'm taking the spot.
So I think now we do have. I think we do now officially have Luke Thomas back. He was in line to get hot chocolate at halftime. It is pretty cold here. So now we think he's back.
Glad to be back.
As here's Krogan's ball. Headed down by Lucas Sears. As Mason still has possession. And that shot, ooh. That was Krogan.
Put a little bit of fire on that one there.
I think she thought of being in the comment zone with Luke Thomas today, and then she just kind of like got angry with that left-footed shot and just kind of blasted it.
Well, she didn't have the comment zone today. We didn't have that class.
Regardless, it was a good shot there by Krogan. Just wasn't able
At
to
least
do
how it
that.
checks into the game for Riley Crow.
Oh. Drop my headset there. We'll be back as Sophia Main.
Is Elise Howard already getting into a little bit of action using her body?
That's something I think she had to get used to, though, coming off those 2 ACL injuries. She's been pretty good trying to play with her body. Able to post up, similar to the, like you, really. The comments. He's looking at me where he knows it's true. Nice little moves there by Howler. A little bit discomfort.
A little bit of pain showing from Elise Howard. She might have twisted something. She appears to not be okay at the moment. So Talawanda goal kick immediately goes right out of bounds and counts for Reed.
Yeah, that's just kind of the summary of their game. Really, just had an opportunity to start, just goes out of bounds. Gex. Put this cross as Baird. Couldn't get a clean touch. As this one's gonna fall with Krogan. Krogan, a left-footed shot is in!
What a
What a
rip!
banger!
What a beautiful shot from Shannon Krogan. As we were saying before, man, the Comets are just not afraid to take those outside shots. I feel like almost like 4 to 6 of those goals have been absolute stunners from the outside of the box.
And you're not wrong. Left-footed banger by Shannon Krogan to get her 2nd goal of the night. To get her 9th on the year. Top left. Ain't saying that.
I mean, that's class right there. Oh, top left, I mean, not even a good goalkeeper are you saving that. This Talawanda does have a very good goalkeeper.
She's made a couple of good saves tonight for sure.
The score would definitely be a lot worse than it is right now without her.
Baird. That cross could have fallen for Mason if someone made that late run in the box.
Beautiful turn from Jana Searles. Slips it into Maddie Bear, cuts in.
And Searles didn't have a pop son.
Very unselfish from the Comets right there. I think honestly we could have taken a few other shots right there. I think Searles could have had one, and I think Maddie could have possibly had one, but very unselfish.
Yeah, Jana's only had 1 goal from open play this year. She only has 2 on the season. 1 was that free kick. She does have 5 assists though, but she's still a very key part to this Comets team.
Yeah, sometimes I think she shows from her that it's not always about the goals, but it can be about the assists too, which she really brings to the table. Finds very good through balls. I think it also talks about too is that she finds beautiful through balls, so sometimes people don't capitalize, and that's what you just don't see.
At this bona fide Searles, she's able to turn a little bit of a heavy touch. Both kind of collided. She's able to win it back.
Excellent effort from Jana Searles.
Main and Haller working in the midfield. Here's Searles. That's a pretty good cross, and Haller couldn't get her foot on the end of that one as Sarah Beck came out of the box as well via a goal kick for Talawanda.
These Howard just taking a little bit of a beating tonight. If you're Coach Sure right now, you might want to take her out of this game. You need her healthy for the more important ones. I think she's really fighting through and powering through a lot of it right now.
Yeah, this Comets teams have had a variety of injuries. Lexi Abel was a transfer for the Comets, only played that 1 game, 30 seconds in, and the 14 ACL injury that kept her out for the whole season. So never really got to see how she was in the Comet colors. Amelia Guerin, who's a 3-year varsity starter for this team on the midfield and on the back line this year, she was out with a fractured fibula. And Kylie Dahlgren, the starting keeper as well. There's just a lot of injuries for this Comets team.
Switch to X, which goes to Tori Hopton. Great find of Tori Hopton.
What's it like losing a player like Amelia Guerin, who is very a vocal leader? You know, she's a 3-year varsity player. Scrugga's actually going to keep this one, and we'll come back to that. As she's able to make a little move, gets a good cross.
Oh, back to what you were saying, Lucas. Honestly, it's such a big loss for the Comets, being Amelia, and you got to think about Lexi Abel too. Just only 1 game into her senior season as a trend. Ooh,
And Haller's header.
Maybe trickles in. Nope, the flag stays down.
Good there by the keeper to keep that one off the line.
But as you were saying, I mean, it's been a bad year for injuries for the Comets. I mean, Lexi Abel just 30 seconds into her first game against St. Ursula. The new transfer just gets hurt. She's been out the whole season. Amelia Guerin, a couple games ago, running into the keeper. She's out now, and then Kylie Dahlgren, obviously, a couple games ago. I mean, all of them such key factors, all being seniors, which is very unfortunate. I think all of them brought such a powerful talent to the starting lineup. Alexi with her speed, Kylie with her heroics, and Amelia with her defensive efforts. I mean, everything. It's just such big loss for the Comets. But
Guerin especially is that big loss, like you said, because she was so flexible in that midfield and defensive role. Because she did play center back a little bit this year with Carly, and you know,
she just wasn't afraid to go into any tackles, and she always knew where to be in the right spot and played very beautiful through balls.
Mason will make a lot of changes. Gabby Speeds, Lucas Searles, Sukanya, Sarah Morris, all coming in for the Comets, and maybe a little bit more. As Carly Kiefer checking out.
You see her check out of the game very often.
Olivia Toll as well as coming in for the game for the Comets.
There's just 25 minutes left to go in the second half.
Always Brown as well should be on this throw-in. I really think Luke, last ever home game for these seniors, these girls.
And it's crazy to think. Yeah, I mean, you've been watching like most of these girls are in our grade, Lucas, and you've been watching them for almost 3 years battling out on this field. it's sad to think that you'll never see them play on this field again, but it's been a fun ride. I very much enjoy watching all of them.
Yeah, and for players like Jaina and Elise, they did play for 4 years, so you take into account at least 8 home games, I believe, every year, plus playoff games. I mean, that's 40, maybe close to 40 games, maybe in the 30s, high 30s somewhere.
It's got to be an emotional night for them.
And for a player like you as well, you'll be playing probably your last home game for the Comets on Saturday, along with the rest of the seniors in our class.
It's a sad thing to think about. I mean, you got players from last year coming this year saying how much they miss the field. This Comets will pick up a foul there. And how much they miss the field playing this on. I mean, you don't realize what you got until it's gone. So I hope the seniors right now are really enjoying their last night here.
And the goal is, you might be away from home, but the goal is to bring back a state title. So that's the goal that the girls and boys teams definitely have this year. And they're definitely more than capable. Despite any injuries, suspensions, or whatever might be in their way, they're definitely capable. And the Comet girls team do have a good start here tonight in their first playoff game with the 6-0 lead right now.
As Ainsley, the sophomore, does beautifully at bodying the ball out of bounds. I mean, only being a sophomore, she's done really well this season. Very talented, and she'll definitely be a very key player for the Comets, her junior and senior. Sorry.
The St. Ursula does lead Hamilton 1-0 at the end of the first half. So got this update about 15 minutes ago to half an hour ago. So they're definitely well into the second half. So right now, I believe St. Ursula is leading Hamilton.
Keep you more updated on that as we get the tweets.
Mason did play St. Ursula. Like you said, so that 2-1 victory. They were up 2-0, did concede that one goal in the second half. So it's not gonna be an easy game at all against St. Ursula once you get the sectionals. But definitely a game that Mason can do. That's gonna be on Monday night. Because pretty much all likely, unless a historic comeback Talawanda makes here, these final 20 minutes ago, Mason will face St. Ursula. Predominantly, if they do face Hamilton, they did beat Hamilton 4-1 at home. Me and Evan Amazon did call that game. And it's pretty, probably one of the best games they played all season, from what I remember. They're passing.
I think what it shows is that any given team, any given day, I don't know if much people thought Hamilton would come out with the win against East as like they did, but obviously they, came out with the dub in the PKs and second double overtime. So I think any team, any given day. So I don't think the Comets should overlook anything.
Sometimes all you need is just a little bit of luck to go your way, and maybe just one opportunity, and then stuff can change. Peyton Massa from this left back role trying to find Toll. Baird. Or Howler, I should say. Toll wanted that ball back.
Elise Howard's doing anything she can to possibly get herself on the score sheets here tonight.
That's Howler we call for a little bit of push there. It'll be a foul from the Comets. So halfway through this second half, about 20 minutes left in the second half. Comets with a 6-0 victory, or say lead. It was probably going to lead to a victory for the Comets. They do have a touchdown on the board. See if they get an extra point. Nice little analogy, am I right, Luke?
What'd you say?
As here's Sukanya.
Comet bench is a little hyping up the JV Green swing there. Trying to get her to take a shot. I don't know how loud this place will get if she gets one on the score sheet tonight. Sharon Morris, number 21, being in again. Like we said earlier, she's just all over the field. Like, honestly, you couldn't catch her if you wanted to. She's just everywhere. I feel like she could run for days.
You know what your favorite movie is?
I do not.
Sonic.
That's shocking.
It's actually not true. I just made it up.
It's tough.
Good stuff. As here's Toll. Nice little 1-2 there. I believe that was very just a little too strong in that pass. Mason trying to play.
This is almost when you like to see right now. I don't believe the Comets, except for Elise Howard, I don't believe the Comets have a definite starter on the field right now, which is very nice for the Comets to get some playing time for the more bench players and players that might not see the field as much later into the season. So it's nice for someone to get some playoff times like the sophomores and juniors on the team.
There's a couple of heavy touches there by Speeds, just not able to keep that one in play. We'll go out for a goal kick. Once again, Talawanda passes it out of the back. It's a throw in. The Comets trying to get that 7th goal. Foul called on the Comets. Talawanda have a free kick in their own end.
Lucas, what do you think the most exciting part about playoff time is?
I love a close game, personally. I love the big matchups when you guys played Moeller, Centerville, St. X. Those are my favorite games. I called all those games except Centerville. Those were my favorite games. I know guys weren't able to win 2 of those games, but still they were one of my favorite games to call. And same thing with the girls when they played Loveland or, Ursuline or just MND or just any big game. They're just my favorite because it's such a competitive game. It makes for the best broadcasts, which is might be a little selfish, but like they're the best games, and it's just a lot of fun. And in playoff time, you see that because it's the best teams in the state. The further you get, you love to see your team win a big game as well. When your team wins a big game, it's very good because you see all your friends on the field, celebrating when you win districts, and maybe if you win regionals this year, which is a big goal. You just love to see, your fellow Comets and your fellow friends, celebrating on the field.
It's a good night to remember.
I'm also a big guy. You look like that. I didn't say that right. I'm also a big lover of fall. I do love seeing the fall, so just the weather too. Gets a little chilly.
I think that's how you really know it's playoff time.
Yes.
It just started getting colder.
Yeah.
I think that's how you know it's playoff time.
Girls and boys both have their long sleeve jerseys out, so that's when you know it's getting playoff time. Yeah, majority of sports. Got playoff time for soccer. Premier League just started. Got NFL season, college football, NBA just started. MLB playoffs.
It's a good time for sports.
Yeah, fall sports, man. Kanye.
As I was saying earlier, the bench really hyping her up to get a shot out. I think she's just a little bit nervous out there. Summer does rule.
As masses through ball. Tell Haller just a little bit too strong. Go out for a goal kick. Bring this question right back to you, LT. What's your favorite thing about playoff season?
I'll say a little bit of the same answer. I'm gonna say it's just like I think it's exciting because one, it could be your last game you'll ever play as a senior. It could be like that's what makes it fun. in practice sometimes we kind of give ourselves scenarios like the team you can be in when it's down 1-0. And I think that makes it exciting. It's like puts a lot more pressure on you. And if you can come back from that pressure, it's just a big moment. And it'll be sad when the season's over for both boys and girls. But I've been waiting for playoff time this whole year.
Playoff time is the best time. As Sukanya could have played Olivia Toll there on that through ball, but just quite didn't see it. Zeros on the few underclassmen on the composition returning players the following season, as Morris once again battling, trying to win the ball.
There is Talawanda's key player.
I mean, she's been playing almost like a defensive midfielder this game, and if you have 17 goals, I'm just going to tell you right now, you were not playing a defensive midfield role all year long. That just shows you how they kind of really wanted to prep for this game and just didn't work out.
I think it also comes into the fact that maybe her team can't really find her up top, so that's the best way to utilize her is to get her the ball and then let her do all the work because her team might not be able to find her up top. But it's how you see it as a coach. I see it many other ways.
But when you get into a scenario like this, I mean, it's almost 1 versus 4 in the midfield almost. You can't beat 4 common midfielders all by around, and kind of seen that tonight.
Personally, my decision making would be we're playing Mason, a very high ranked team. I say you go down swinging, and that's get her up top and hopefully she gets a goal. Good effort there from Sarah Morris, like I've been saying all night. It's looking just to get that 7th goal with about under 10 minutes left in the second half.
This one, I believe, will go out for a goal kick, and it will.
You almost wonder if Scherer will make that substitute goalkeeper for the JV Greenkeeper, see if she might get 8 minutes in this game.
Yeah, I see. Might be able to make her first varsity appearance. Once again, Talawanda almost losing possession from their goal kick. As Hansen. Return on Sukanya. As here's Toll. Mason trying to get that 7th goal. With tied the most they've scored this year, which has been 7. They've scored 7 in the last 2 games. 7-2 versus Coleraine and 7-0 against Princeton. They have 6 tonight trying to get that 7th match, their season high. With 10 minutes left in this game. As Talawanda will come away with the clearance, and they were kept in by Amos Brown. As there's 10 minutes remaining left in the Hamilton and St. Ursula game. As St. Ursula 3, Hamilton 1, so it's looking like Mason will play the Bulldogs in the sectionals. Second game. Here's Toll. Olivia Toll shot is saved by Sarah Beckett as Toll was looking to get, I believe, her 2nd goal of the season. Make it 7-0.
I mean, as we were saying earlier, the Talawanda goalkeeper is semi keeping Talawanda in this game, but it would definitely be a lot worse without her. As it looks like the JV Green goalkeeper is stepping up to the line and will make her first varsity appearance.
That's big. With the comments, we'll get her name here in a second.
second JV Green player getting minutes for this portion of the game. So she's the same.
So Lon Schneider is the JV Green goalie. We'll be checking in, making her varsity appearance. She's also a freshman as well. So 2 freshman keepers as the goalie units for the Girl Comets program is bright.
And there she goes.
So it's actually Elena, the sophomore keeper, Elena Stanforth. So apologies for that mix-up. There's 2
It's a nice check out for the first time this time. Not like she had much of a challenge. I think the Talawanda only had maybe 2 shots on goal. Nothing much for her, at least to handle for tonight.
Besides that one attack, she really didn't have much to do. She was like a toe cutting in and trying to get her second goal of the year, and it just goes wide. Yeah, at least they really had a lot of. Wasn't really busy tonight. They didn't really have to make too much saves. Had to come off her line once or twice. But regardless, it was a pretty typical night for the Keeps. Look at this Peyton Massa up at forward.
Unusual role for her.
Well, interesting role for the senior. More of a fullback.
And Coach Sher just trying a little bit of something here tonight.
Yeah, Peyton, I don't think Peyton has scored this year. Her first year on varsity, so maybe she's trying to get that first varsity goal. Did plop into the starting lineup once Amelia Guerin did go down. Andrews, good ball by Toll. Find Peyton. Peyton trying to get a shot. Was blocked once and then twice. Their second follow-up. Went out for a goal kick.
Beautiful sequence by the Comets. I think that's what Sher loves to see.
Davies as well. To win that ball. Free kick goes through Peyton. I think that was Pearl. Right wing. I think it was actually Gabby Speeds. As Brown. Pass deflected, it will be thrown. Kanye able to pick this one up. Here's Davies.
Very explosive player she is. And Comets very utilize her speed when bringing the ball up the field. As she just couldn't, as Olivia Toll couldn't handle that. Throw it for Talawanda.
I mean, you're very fortunate to be in this press box to be nice and warm, but the rest of our Comet supporters, it's been a little chilly.
Major shout out to everyone who's doing their work tonight out in the cold.
But we're just special. Especially you, Luke.
Okay.
As this ball goes into Macy's and Gex, those ball will deal with it. You know, a few times the ball's been on that end.
I think the Comets have felt too much pressure when it comes to their back line as their beautiful move around the defender.
As massive. Look at her first varsity goal, nice little move around her as well.
Another beautiful move.
And the goalie
Just goes wide.
the goalie didn't grab the ball. I'm a little surprised she couldn't collect that, but that was Gabby Speeds, I think, going through, and then she just shot that one wide, or maybe took a deflection, maybe, or it was actually going for a throw for Talawanda.
What a sequence that
I
was.
know,
Right
that was
there.
a little-
Two beautiful moves from Peyton Massa, and just couldn't wrap her foot around it.
I'm a little surprised Beckett didn't grab that ball personally.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I would think of as her thought process was to kick it out of bounds, or to punch it out of bounds, but as slow, I think, as that ball was, I think you would have picked it up.
As Davis, not that ball not dealt with.
A little communication, I feel like, from Talawanda here. That's Davis. Davis being all over the field tonight. They just can't get by her.
Kind of used the ball just like the Gex as well. Step in. Possession alive for the Comets. Here's Toll. Toll finds Massa. And Massa.
Fakes her defender, but just loses it. With just 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this half, I think Comets are just trying to get one last goal to really seal that envelope.
Good analogy. Nice little move there by Massa. And that through ball to Toll. She's able to get on it. Nice little cut, and it's cleared. The Toll's looking at her second goal of the season. And now we are down to 2 minutes left in this second round playoff matchup.
It seemed like the Comets can really stop Peyton Massa's little cut that she's been hitting with. It just gets away from her.
And Mason will earn a free kick here. A minute 30 left.
Sarah Morris takes the free kick. As we have just 1 minute left to play in the second half.
1 minute remaining.
As our fellow sports radio colleague Evan Amazon will announce there's 1 minute left in the second half. And once again, Mason wins it off the goal kick. And that shot by Spees is blocked.
And it's putting all their effort in just to get that last goal, but I don't know if Talawanda is seeing the most progression, I think, and activity we've seen from them all night.
And that's the surprise Mackenzie Hansen. Drove through, just lost it there. And Mason not able to do it. So 11 seconds left. A 6-0 victory for the Comets. Maddie Baird, Shannon Krogan scored twice. Sophia Main and Tori Hopton all scored for the Comets. And for their last home game of the year here at Mason Multi-Purpose Field, Mason get that 6-0 win, and they will be moving on to face the St. Ursula Bulldogs in the sectionals, I believe. And that game will be on Monday at Kings High School. So thank you for joining for this one. Mason 6, Talawanda Brave 0. I'm Lucas Kleinmeyer.